Hello everyone. Today we're going to be working on the long O words, the long O with the silent E. Okay? All of these words have a long O with the silent E at the end. So find this page, and when you do, write your name up here. I'm going to write Macaulay because that's my name. You write your name, okay? Okay, I'm going to go over the standard. Our standard is RF, or Reading Foundations 1, which means first grade. 3.C, which is number 3, part C. And part C has to do with reading and writing words with a long vowel silent E spelling. So here's your learning objective. Say, today I'm learning to read and write words with the long O and silent E. Okay, with the long O and then silent E. Okay, so here we go. We're going to start with these words right here. Okay, here we go. Okay, so the long O silent E makes the O sound. O. So let's read this word. Ready? Begin. P, O, K. What's the word? It's the word poke, like poke, 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 poke. So which word, which picture shows us poke? Yeah, this one right here. See how she's got her finger and she's poking him? Let me see if I can make it bigger so you can see it. Yeah, see how she's poking him with her finger? So let's do poke. So P is a fall. That means the tail goes down underneath this line. So start at the dotted line, go down underneath, then back up the stick, then turn and down to the bottom. Okay, then the O starts here at the dotted line, down to the bottom, back up to the dotted line. The K is a stick, stop, then go in and out, and then the bottom line, E. All right, there we go, poke. And while you're writing down the word poke, I'm going to give you a sentence with that word. So the girl began to poke her brother because she was mad at him. Poke. Okay, hopefully you finished writing the word poke and we can move on to the next word. If you haven't finished writing it, please pause the video right now so you could finish writing it and then turn it back on when you're ready to move on. So here we go. Poke. Crossing out. So this next one has an O with a silent E, and the O with the silent E sound is O. O. So here we go. Let's read this word. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger, okay, so you can see it. Ready? Begin. Ose. What's the word? Hose. Yes, hose. Okay, do you see the hose right here? Yeah, let's write down hose right here. Okay, so the H is a tall, so it starts at the top, goes down to the bottom, goes up again. Maybe I'll make it a little bit bigger so you can see it better. Then the O for the O silent E. Here we go, O. And then S. Start at the dotted line, go down, stop at the bottom. And then E, out, up, down, hose. So while you're writing down the word hose, I'm going to give you a sentence. I turned on the water in the hose and watered my garden. Okay, I got the hose, turned on the water, and watered my garden. Okay, hopefully you finished writing down hose. If you have not, just pause the video right now so you can finish writing it down. Okay, so I'm going to cross out the word hose. And I'm going to skip this one because I think you can do this one without me. And I'm going to go to this one. Okay, so the O and silent E make the O sound. So we're going to read this one together. Ready? Begin. Oat. What's the word? Note. Yes, note. So look for the picture that shows you note. Did you find it? Yeah, this one right here. There's the note. So we're going to write note here, okay? So N is the N. O is the O with the silent E. And then oat. The T is the, so N, oat, note. As you're writing down the word note, I'm going to give you a sentence for that word. Okay, so I wanted to go with my friend, so I wrote a note to my mom to let her know where I was going. Okay? Always write a note before you leave so your mom knows where you're at. You don't write a note saying, I'm over here. Actually, that's only when you're bigger. When you're little, don't leave without your mom or dad's permission. But when you're bigger, you could write a note and let them know that you went to your neighbor's house or something. Note. Okay, I'm going to move on. So if you're not ready, if you're not done, you need more time, just pause the video. I'm going to move on. I'm going to cross off the word note. Okay, this is the next word. What sound does the O and silent E make? Yeah, it makes the O sound. So let's read this word. Ready? Begin. Globe. What's the word? Globe, right? Globe. And there's the picture of the globe. So we're going to write it here, globe. So G is a fall. That means it's going to go underneath this line. The tail's going to go underneath. So here I go. Turn, up, down, and turn. G. The L is a tall, so it starts from the top, goes to the bottom. G. L. O. Say, from the middle here, dash, to the bottom, back up to the middle. Now the B is bat first, then ball. So bat, then go up the stick and make the ball. Bat, up the stick, make the ball. Globe. Okay, go ahead and write down the word globe, and I'll give you a sentence with that word. Okay. I looked on the globe to find Mexico. I looked on the globe to find Mexico. Globe. Okay, so I'm going to cross off the word globe because I'm ready to move on. If you're not ready to move on, just pause the video right now so you can copy it down and then, unpause it when you're ready to move on. Okay, so let's go to this one here. The O and silent E make the O sound, okay? So here we go. Ready? Begin. Own. What's the word? Cone, right? And lovies, look, there it is, the cone. Cone. So let's write it down. O. N. Cone. Cone. And as you're writing down the word cone, I'm going to give you a sentence with the word cone. Okay. The floor was slippery, so the janitor put a cone to keep people from stepping there. Cone. Okay. Hopefully you finished writing down the word cone. And if you didn't, pause the video so you can finish writing it down. Okay, I'm going to cross it off. I'm going to move on to this one. So what sound does the O silent E make? Yeah, it makes the O sound, right? So let's write this one down. Let's read this word. Ready? Begin. S, L, O, P. What's the word? Slope, right? Slope. Okay, so right here it shows a slope. A slope means how straight down it goes. Like slope is on the side of a mountain or a side of a hill, and it's how steep it goes is a slope. Okay, so we're gonna write slope here. S is a small. S. L is a tall, so start at the top and go straight down. O is a small, so start here in the middle, go down to the bottom, back. P is a fall. That means the tail goes down underneath this line, goes underneath this. Here we go. Start here at the middle, down underneath, back up to the middle, and turn. Slope. Now if I leave it like this, it's slop. So in order to make this O and change it from an ah to an O, I have to put that silent O at the end. Now it's slope. As you write down the word slope, I'm going to give you a sentence. Okay? We got on our sled and rode down the slope of the hill. Slope. Okay, hopefully you finished writing the word slope. Okay, so we can move on. And if you didn't, just pause. Pause it, okay? All right, here we go. I'm going to cross out the word slope. And I'm going to skip this word because I think you can do this word without me. But we are going to do this word together, okay? So the O, silent E together make an O sound. Okay, I'm going to read this. The PH together is a digraph, and it makes a sound F. So here we go. F, O, N. What's the word? Did you say phone? Phone is correct. Okay, so right over here, you're going to look, and there is the phone. It's a telephone. So let's write phone here. P is a fall. So that means this tail goes underneath this line. Keeps going down past that line. H, down to the bottom, back up to the middle, turn and go down. PH. And then O. And then N. And then E. Okay, so while you're writing down the word phone, I'm going to give you a sentence. So I got my phone and called the police because I heard a sound at night. Phone. Okay, now, lovies, let me go back out here. You have two that we didn't do. We didn't do this one and this one. Okay, so you got to put in the correct word. And we have two words we didn't use, this one and this one. So one of these words, one of these two words goes here, and the other one goes down at the bottom. Okay, see if you can't figure it out. All right, so did you learn to read and write words with the long O and silent E? Good. And if you didn't learn, we got more time to practice.